Hello.
Oh, hello. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to a lovely Friday evening of football. This is Die Hard Fans. I'm Folu. With me are two special guests tonight. Stan and Ike. Um, Stan, say hello to everybody.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the show.
And Ike.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Yes, brilliant. Tonight promises to be very interesting as there are a lot of things to talk about. Football is back.
Yeah.
The World Cup is in 6 weeks' time. Unfortunately, our country, Nigeria, is not going, but it doesn't change anything, does it? So let's, without much ado, let's talk about the Premier League this weekend. We have two very interesting derby matches. One starting at 1:30 tomorrow, and that is
UK
Arsenal.
time.
Yes, yes, one
UK time, yeah.
UK time, yeah, and that is the almighty Arsenal, the invisible Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspurs. The I don't know whether to call them pretenders or the competing, but the two guys we have here are Arsenal fans. So I'll start with Ike. Um, what how are you feeling before this match, unlike the previous seasons?
I'm sure Stan will agree with me. I'm feeling confident. I don't know, but I'm feeling confident because it's in Emirates. We are playing in Emirates, and then most of our important players per se they are all fit and ready to go. And I'm feeling, and then Arsenal is playing better than they played last year. So because of that, although I know not in North London debuts that form goes out of the window. There's nothing like form, but I'm feeling very confident we are going to beat Tottenham. That's my
Ah,
opinion.
Stan, do you share? He said he thinks you two you share the same opinion. So, are you going to bust his bubbles, or
No, I think we are going to. Confident we are going to win. Spurs are also in form. They've played. They've not lost a match. I think they've won six and just drew one.
drawn,
So they're just they're
they've drawn
drawn two.
through
Yeah, yeah. So
Chelsea
they're
and West
just
Ham?
yeah. So they're just 1 point behind Arsenal. So they're also in an informed team. I think we'll have our full 11, our first 11 back. And if you look at the records, the past 24 London debuts at Emirates, we've lost just one. Yeah, no records are records here, but at home against Spurs, we'll always find a way not to lose, draw, win, but I think we're going to win. Confident we're going to win.
Okay, so
I expect us to win.
okay, well that's really bold. I think Ike said something about your main players coming back. I think that's Thomas Partey you're alluding to, right?
Yeah. Thomas
Yeah,
Partey for me is the most important. If he's there, I don't care. I don't care about any other person. Once he's there, that midfield is sealed
But
for me.
Son is now back on form. With
Well,
explosive goals.
yeah, that's the thing with Spurs. If you watch their last few games, they have not really played imposed very, very well, but they always find a way to get results and win goals. And then with those two guys, Harry Kane and Son, those
Mm,
are star players that can make things happen anytime. So even when they're not playing well, if they get a chance, they will score. So
mm,
yeah, I'm not saying we're going to 100% going to win, but
mhm.
we should get a good result. And with Son and Harry Kane, they can always get some out of the game. But I still think we'll have enough Arsenal in our Arsenal to win.
Oh, that was a very dope one. That was a very dope one. Arsenal in your Arsenal. I think we've not even praised Arteta enough for what a good job he's done. I think looking at the difference between last season and this season, it is so phenomenal. I think for me, I think the most important player for Arsenal is Gabriel Jesus. Of course, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I can't see it from the angle you are seeing it. But I'm seeing it from the fact that even last season you were creating a lot of chances. For instance, your Man City match, the Man City match where I think Odegaard was meant to have a penalty and they didn't blow. And I think Shaka fouled another player, and that was how they won the match. That match was a very good example of Arsenal creating chances and not finishing it. And now you have a very good striker in Jesus. Every chance he bangs, he's also fantastic at creating. He's not just a striker that sits in the box. So I would like to ask, are you happy with how Jesus is performing, or you think you need an out and out striker like Haaland? I think Nero always said he wants Mitrovic. Are you guys happy? Do you think that you need another? I think from what I'm hearing, you guys are still even looking at Vlahovic again. Do you think you need another striker? Would that even make you guys more, how would I put it, in tune to win the title?
Who are you
Want me to
asking?
go first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyone.
go
Some of the
first.
Arsenal fans. Okay,
Okay.
right here.
With Jesus, he's been fantastic for Arsenal. He's been brilliant. He's scored some goals. I think he has like 4 goals and 3 assists. Um, the problem I have is that we have two strikers, Jesus and Nketiah, and I think they're similar kind of strikers. I think for a team you need a variety. You need different variety. So, um, I think we need someone that is like Nero say, like a Mitrovic kind of striker, not like a target man that can hustle for the ball and get you goals. Someone that can assure you goals. With Jesus, you're not assured goals. It's not like a finisher like Haaland, but it seems like he's a good team player. He will assist, he will create chance, he will do a lot of things. So getting another striker that's is always good to buy good players. The team will only get better. If we're going to get a good striker, that is going to be welcomed. It's only going to improve the team. So just is doing well. If we get another striker as a good scorer, I think that will also be good for us. And I
But
agree with what I agree with what I sorry I agree with what IK said earlier that our most important player is actually Thomas Partey. I think he is. If he goes missing, we don't play so very well.
Okay.
uh,
I can.
okay. I agree with what Stan is saying about Jesus, but I want to add one or two things here. Um, Jesus doesn't really, for me, he's not. He's a good striker, but his game is not really about striking per se. He plays and brings other people along. His teammates enjoys playing with him. If you see, since Jesus have been playing, you see Martinelli is now shining. He's playing very well. Saka is playing very well. Odegaard is playing very well. He knows how to play as a team, and that's very good. That's actually very good for us. But there's one thing I want to add. Like Stan said, we also need a target man, someone like a Haaland and a Vlahovic and a Mitrovic. I don't agree with Mitrovic. I know he's in form, but there's this DNA Ateta is trying to build, bringing in young players. That's why I'm thinking of Vlahovic, someone like Vlahovic, because he's a young player and he's still good, you know. But I don't know how possible it's going to be because in Kitia, when you bring in Vlahovic, you reduce the playing time for Nketiah, and that's going to be a problem. I don't know how feasible it's
No.
going to be bringing in. Although I like it, but I don't know how feasible it's going to be bringing in Vlahovic.
Yeah, I
And for
don't
me,
think we. Sorry,
wait, no, no,
sorry. Go
for me,
ahead.
replacing Partey, bringing in, sorry, not replacing Partey, bringing in a Partey backup is more important than bringing in Vlahovic, if you ask me. So
Okay.
that's what I want to
I
say.
agree
Yeah.
with that.
Okay. Before I go to my next question, I'll just now that you said it, Partey replacement. Who do you see as a very good replacement for Partey? A good player who is happy to sit on the bench?
It's difficult to find a good player who's going to sit on the bench that's
No.
as good as Partey.
So, you
It's
can't. So just hold your Tavares strong. All right. My next question is, you would make each of you would name your starting 11 for Spurs. Okay. All
Okay, for
right. So
Spurs.
start for Arsenal versus Spurs. So for your team versus Spurs.
Is it a combined or just different?
All right. Make a combined team: Spurs, Arsenal. All
I
right. So
wish you were I wish you were asking someone else. I think I should ask you because as an Arsenal fan, I may be a
yeah,
little
you'll be
bit
biased.
biased.
You'll be biased. Yeah, yeah. You are allowed to be biased. I will, if you are happy for
Yeah,
me to be
it's
biased,
allowed.
I will. I will. All
Okay,
right.
okay,
So
okay.
I can go first, then Stan, then I will just go. Okay.
All right. In goal, obviously, is Ramsdale. In goal is Ramsdale. I don't think anyone can doubt that. Ramsdale, Hugo Lloris, you can't compare both of them.
Yes,
No,
you
it's
have your,
11. It's
it's your
11. Make it
choice,
11.
bro. It's your choice.
Okay. He's looking at me like so.
Hmm.
Okay, Ramsdale,
Yeah.
left right back for me is who plays right back. For me, right back Perisic. Although he's not a defender, but I've seen the guy play. He's good. Right back Perisic. He's not a defender, but I'm just putting it in my.
No
What
It
problem.
depends
formation?
on
No
the.
problem.
I'm playing a four. Okay, if it's a 4-4-2, I'm
Okay.
not going to play. I'm not going to play Perisic. I'm going for a
Okay.
4-4-2. Okay,
Okay.
Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, um, Gabriel, Zichenko. In fact, that four, that four is for Arsenal. And then in the midfield, Partey, whether you like it or not, Partey. Maybe that's when you now start bringing in someone like Hilberg, Partey, Hilberg, Odegaard, Son, Kane, Saka.
Okay.
That's that's
That's
nice.
good. That's good. I remember
Yeah.
all what you said. So defense and keeper, Arsenal. Midfield,
Yeah,
Partey,
Hilberg,
PH, Holberg, Son,
Odegaard,
Odegaard. Then you have Harry Kane and Saka up front.
and
So
Saka. Yeah.
all right, Stan.
So goalkeeper, Loris is quite experienced. I don't know if he's really good at playing from the back. Based on experience and what he has achieved, Ramsdale, I beg. Ramsdale, he's in form. He's good.
I like
I'll
the
go
way
with
you I
Ramsdale.
like the way you wind yourself out of it. But yeah.
Ramsdale. So I'll go with a 4-4-2. Right back. I'll play. White is a right back now, so he will start for me right back. Centre backs, I'll pick Romero and Saliba. I've always not rated Gabriel so much.
Gabriel.
I know he's
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I've always not rated him. I think he's the weakest link in that defense. So Saliba and Romero as his centre backs. Left back, I don't think Spurs have a good left back. Perisic is a good wing back, but as a left back, I don't think he's that good. So I think I'll still go with Tierney just because he gives me that stability. He's good defensively. He's a solid player. Going forward, he may not be as brilliant as Zinchenko, but he will always give you 100%. So Tierney. So midfield for me, Partey has to start. I'm going to be honest. I've not really watched a lot of Hoiberg and Bentancur, but I think Xhaka is one of the most important players this season. So I think I will start Xhaka and Partey for me in that midfield. Um, attacking midfield, Spurs don't play with an AM, so I'll play Odegaard. Then of course Son, Hurricane, and
Saka.
Saka.
I think there's no need for me to go. I think stands. I think I take stands because that's exactly what's in my head. Apart from the goalkeeper, so Loris for me. Then for Ben White, he's better than Emerson. So Ben White,
Yeah,
Saliba, Romero. I would take Perisic as my left back.
left back.
Yeah. So
Can you play
for
left back?
That's the
I'll just
problem. I don't know whether he can
I'll
play
play
left
him
back.
there. So if I
Yeah.
don't take him, then I'll put Ben Davis. But Ben Davis too
Okay.
is just yeah. Then part Arsenal midfield. That's because Spurs midfield they just mop up. They just mop up. They don't do much to be honest. Bentancur, the only time he has shined ever for me was when Leicester was just allowing him to run the midfield. Okay. Then attack. I think it will be Saka, Martinelli, Kane. Son has just
Mhm.
banged in 3 goals, but before the 3 goals, he was shite. So And Martinelli has been, just remember his goal versus, what was that
Yeah,
goal he scored? I can't remember.
Man, let
So
me not lie.
Leicester.
Son is better than Martinelli, I swear. Let
no,
me not lie.
no, we are not talking about who is better. We are talking about based on this season. Of course, they are not
Okay,
in the
okay.
same class, obviously. Based on this season, Martinelli has, the only thing Son has done was the hat trick
It's
he
the hat
scored.
trick.
And
Yeah,
let's be
yeah,
honest
Yeah,
with each other. The reason why I still don't rate Son because the team he played was Leicester.
yeah,
Leicester were all over the place before he scored. As soon as he entered and he scored his first goal, it was because my phone was far away. I wanted to even put it on the group and say, this guy might score a hat trick in this match because I saw the way Ndidi was playing like he was he was not himself.
yeah.
And they had this new French defender who had not even blended with the team. So for me, I think, yeah, Son might pick up from there, but I don't think that was a game to judge if he's back. For me, I still take Martinelli.
yeah.
But if he's
I
who is
get it.
better, it's not a conversation. All right. We've had a lot of talk about Arsenal, and the second derby of the weekend is the Manchester United derby. I would have loved our Man U correspondent in the house, Andy Baba, to be here, but for unforeseen circumstances, he has to be away. However, this has been a derby we've been watching since the Arab money was, infused into Manchester City. Now, a couple of questions. Who do you think will win? I'll start with IK.
I've been thinking about that game, and is he home or away? Please, I don't know.
I think Man City is home. I'm not sure. I think City is home. I can check.
Okay.
Yeah, I can check my phone. Yeah.
Some people will think it's going to be an easy peasy for City,
For City,
but I
yeah.
don't think I don't think so. I don't think
Uh,
so.
why do you think
I
people
don't
think
think.
it will be easy for Man City? So yeah, Man City is home.
Oh, okay. I was thinking people are thinking that it's going to be easy, but it's not going to be easy. Is a derby, and now United is on form. Not
That's
kind
the
of they
word.
are yeah, they
They're
are on
on
form.
the ascendancy. Yes, yes.
Yeah, they are on
And
form.
they've
So
added. Yep.
I remember their match with Liverpool. People were thinking that Liverpool were going to beat them blue black, but actually they won that game.
Why are you making jest of me?
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm just saying the general.
I'm just
Oh,
teasing you. I'm just teasing you. Uh,
Yeah.
Even if I was to
So
play Madrid today, I would think we're going to win Madrid. And that's why I'm a fan. Even though I'm
yeah,
afraid of
exactly.
Madrid. For the
Exactly. But for me, if you ask me who is going to win, I think it's going to be a 2-1 game. City will win 2-1.
mm.
Okay. Stan.
Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult call. I know Man City inform, Man U inform too. It's a derby. Anything can happen. Man has always found a way to get results in Man City's these past few years.
True. True.
Um, um, the game is going to be Man U playing on the counter, sitting back, absorbing the pressure, and trying to play on the counter, which they are good at. Um, I think it's a 65-35 or 60-40 in favor of Man City. So Man City should
Because
win,
of
but it's
Haaland, yeah?
because of Haaland too. So we're going to see. I think Varane is injured.
Nope.
We're
Who?
going to see.
No, he's not
Okay, he's
injured. He
fit.
sat out.
He's
He
not
just sat
injured.
out of the French team. Yeah, for that
Okay,
match.
all right. So it's going to be Haaland versus Incul Varane and Martinez. Martinez is actually good in the air. I know he's short, but I've seen his record. He's quite good in the air. So we're going to see. But Man City are the favorites to win.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the favorites to win. But
But
to be a
as an
close game.
Arsenal fan, I know you are praying for a draw, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm happy with a draw. A draw is
But I
perfect.
think no, but I think City losing is better for everybody because they probably won't lose easily this season with Haaland.
Man, you will just pick up confidence.
Yeah,
Tell
they should pick
you.
up confidence, but it doesn't mean they should pick up. Anyways, but I think yeah, obviously, I also
I
agree
think
with
City should win.
you.
You know why?
Why?
No matter what, no matter how we try to wish bad on City, they always make top four. So that's one spot one slot gone already, remaining three slots.
Okay.
So I need the weaker teams like us or like Man U to be to drop out and lose points. So
Don't worry.
yeah,
Liverpool has already given out their slots.
you
We
guys
are
will
going.
still
We
come
are
back.
fighting back.
You
We'll
guys will
start
still
fighting
come
for
back.
our slots.
Thiago
Yeah.
is back. Thiago is back.
Yeah, it's
So
not
don't
just
worry.
Thiago
Yeah.
actually, not just Thiago, but yeah. Yeah. So I think let's try a combined 11. City.
I think Andy is in the house. I don't know whether he wants to join or something.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh. All right. He should reach out to. Okay. So I'll start. So that you guys have the time to think for your combined 11, City versus Manchester United. Um, for me, and it's based on form, not who is better. Please, not who
Okay.
is better, because I think when we say combined 11, people think it's we are saying this versus this player. No, we are talking about form. Okay. Now,
All right.
obviously, Ederson as a goalie.
All right.
Left back would be um, obviously Cancelo.
Okay.
Um,
Are you thinking
center.
about it?
I'm thinking about it. I have to think now. Do you think it's
You can't
final
think
level?
about Cancelo. Nobody who
No,
won Benjamin Cancelo.
If it was Liverpool, it would be as final level. I can mention 30 Liverpool players without missing a beat. All right.
Okay.
So center defense. I'm trying to remember. I know Man City's defenders are injured, to be honest. So
I think
I would say maybe Akanji and Varane, based on
That's
form and being available.
that's his feet.
Oh, it's
Diaz
Diaz.
is fit.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
he's
He
fit.
played
Diaz,
he played
Diaz and
against he
Varane.
played
Then.
Portugal last match.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah.
played Portugal's last
Diaz
match.
and because I know this guy got injured. Stones got injured, and Laporte is out. So yeah, Diaz and Varane. Right back at the moment is what's the name of this guy that is pacey for Man City?
Walker.
Walker
Walker.
will be my right back. All right. In the midfield, Man City's midfield. Basically, KDB, Rodri, and Bernardo Silva. I want to pick Eriksen, to be honest, because Eriksen has been fantastic this season. But Bernardo
Yeah.
Silva is just not, or even Gundogan. So is either one of them. For striker, Rashford and Haaland.
And one
So
more person.
that's
One more
4-4-2.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I said Rodri. For my midfield would be Rodri, Silva, Gundogan, and KDB. All right, now it's your turn.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. So Man City.
You don't want to think about mine.
All right, don't worry. So for the defense line, I think I'll go with the same back line you used. Anderson, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Varane has been informed. Then Cancelo, of course. Midfield, I'll play Rodri. I'll play Eriksen. I think he's been super for Man U. I'll
Yeah.
play Rodri, Eriksen, De Bruyne. For attack, Haaland, of course. Rashford, it hasn't really been. I think he's an informed player.
Rashford was player of the season, of the month, and
I
for the
know.
word of me, I
It's
still don't.
just 2 goals scored against Arsenal because we just opened Nyash. Anyway, let's go with
I
Rashford.
apologize for, but
Yeah,
it's not just even that. I
yeah,
can't believe he would be
yeah,
player of the month. But that's argument for another day.
yeah. But Manchester wingers is another person in form. So Rashford, Haaland, Bernardo Silva on the right wing.
Okay,
That's
so
for
it's
me.
almost the same thing. So you
But
know,
I have a different lineup actually. That's my
Okay.
opinion. That's what I think.
Yeah, sure.
The back four, the back four, there's a slight change. I'll play Kyle Walker as right back, Diaz as one of the right center back. Then I'll play Martinez as left center back. Because for me, I feel Martinez has been more informed than Varane. If you ask
okay,
me.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
He's been superb. Well, the third
so
choice for me too.
I'll play Diaz and Martinez as left centre back. Then I'll play Cancelo, of course. There's no doubt about that one. Then the middle, I'll take Stance middle. De Bruyne, Eriksen, and Rodri. And
Okay.
then in the flanks, I have another slight change. This is my opinion, actually.
Yeah.
I'll play Haaland. I'll play Sancho. I believe Sancho is more informed than Rashford. I don't know why Rashford won the Player of the Month, but Sancho has, to me, has been more informed than Rashford. I'll play.
But I like how you start by saying it's your opinion. We are not here.
Yeah.
But that's also a very, very good team. That's a very good team. All right. So,
Then I'll
Who's
play
your
Bernardo
third?
Silva. Then I'll play Bernardo Silva on the other side.
okay. So are you saying you don't rate Foden? Or you
He's
don't,
not
Foden
been,
is
like
good.
you said, informed. He hasn't been informed.
Yeah, you said informed.
or you don't rate Grealish? I'm just saying Grealish and Foden are scoring now.
I beg, Grealish go making go race. I don't even know what
Scoring one
Grealish
goal
is
doesn't
doing.
make you informed now.
Okay. But obviously Man City seems to have the league in the bag.
No, they don't. Arsenal has the league.
So you think Arsenal? See,
I
write
beg,
it down,
I
guys.
beg,
Write
I'm
it down.
joking. I beg, I'm joking. You should know when someone is
No,
joking,
write it
please.
down. Today,
It's a
the
joke.
30th of September, 2022, at 9:12 p.m.
Arsenal
Stanley.
that might go down to second tomorrow. I beg, it's a joke, guys.
Why are you not sure about your team? Why are you not?
I'm not sure about my team. I'm not sure about my team. So
That's all right. That's all right. Yes, you mentioned Liverpool. Yes, as a Liverpool fan and as the host of the show, even though we are not playing, I have no idea who we are playing. But I have to talk about my team. We've been terrible at the beginning of the season. No excuses. No excuses for me. Um, I think Klopp has not coached well. He has not made the right picks for matches, and he has to work on Darwin Nunez. He has to. He has to change the play to suit Nunez, or else it will have been a waste of money getting a very good striker, or a very expensive striker. What's your take on Liverpool this season? And do you think, with the injured players coming back, do you think Liverpool can pick up? Because now we are, I think, 9 points behind City and 6 or 7 points behind, 9 points behind City, 8 points behind Arsenal. Do you think Liverpool can pick again this season? Stan.
yeah, of course, Liverpool will pick. Um, I think you guys dropped point because club was acting like as a Wenger back then when he used to give small boys playing time, putting so much hope and trust in them. But we starting midfield back with Thiago back, and you guys will pick. And you have the quality. You have a good coach. Yeah, once in a while, big teams have one off form, but you guys will come back. And now with Nunes, I think apart from the red card, he hasn't really been that poor. Yeah, he's not been like Haaland, okay, but he's not been that bad. You want to write him off. I think there was the game he came on, was that against Newcastle? I can't remember.
Everton.
Everton scored a goal and assisted them.
Sorry, that was Fulham. That was our first match.
That was Fulham. Yeah, so he has not been he hasn't been the best so far.
I think
He's been okay.
Twice. So he's not. But I mean, he should do. Football is a simple and it's not so complicated, really. He tries to complicate it. He tries a volley every chance he gets. He tries to head the ball when he should just do a tapping. And I think those are the little things that he can improve on. Not overcomplicating his game. Against Crystal Palace, he had a chance to just head the ball into the net, and he tried to just volley the ball. So there are these little moments in the game that he can make a difference. Against Everton, I think he drew two very important saves from Everton's goalkeeper. I can't remember England goalkeeper's name again, and he hit the
Pickford,
bar once. Pickford, sorry, yeah. So it's not all that bad. Hopefully, he picks. I really need him to do well this season. And at the same time, I agree with you with the fact that picking young children, young boys, but at the same time, I remember players like Cesc Fabregas. They were young, but they actually impacted the game. Elliot is not close to Fabregas. He doesn't put in the work. He doesn't. So for me, I
do you
think
remember?
he needs to drop Elliot for us to
Do you
start performing.
remember Lansbury?
Oh, I remember
Do you
Lansbury.
remember
Was he not a
Hoyt?
four?
Those are the other young boys that you also picked and didn't impact the game.
But
So that's the thing.
it's the good ones we remember, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, finally.
yeah. So I think Chelsea too is having their second game
No,
under.
I have something to say about Liverpool.
Okay, please, Ike.
Sorry, I'll quickly say it.
Okay,
Um, I agree with Stan. Liverpool is going to pick up, but there's one doubt I have. I'm confused. I don't know where to stand.
okay.
Salah's form. Salah's form. Salah's form. I don't. After I watched that Bournemouth, that is still a pay me till today. After
Did you
after
bet?
I watched that,
The
after
guy
I watched,
changed from English to broken.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The thing is,
No, it's
it was
fine, it's
paining me. After I watched that match, 9-0, and Salah didn't even have one assist, and he played
Assist,
90
like,
minutes.
How
He
how
played
does that
90
happen?
minutes. As in, who would you tell? That was when I knew
Like,
that Salah is gone. Salah is
for those,
gone.
like
I like what
how possible is that? Like
I like
how
what
is that
Ike said.
possible?
I like
Like,
what you said. I guess.
yeah, that 9-0, 30 minutes.
So
How
where
He
was
didn't
did you
have,
Salah?
go
he didn't have
assist?
one assist. He didn't have one assist. Elliot was scoring
I
2
think
goals.
he's doing a
I like.
for
I
you
like.
guys.
For me, I think the funny part of the question is where was Salah? You said he was on the pitch for 90 minutes, so I don't know.
See,
I guess.
so
I guess.
this is where my confusion is. I don't If Salah doesn't pick form, I don't think Liverpool is going to be like the way they were last season. That's the truth. Whether you like it or not, Mane has gone. It used to be if Salah wasn't there, Mane was always scoring. But now Mane is gone and Salah is not in form. Even if Liverpool is going to come up, they are not going to be, and Salah doesn't start scoring the way he used to. I'm afraid
He
they're not
will.
going to get to
He
where
will. He
people
will.
think they're going to.
He will. He will.
But
I think me and
the truth
Darwin
is that
Núñez need to form a good partnership. And if we remove the critical analysis we are having, if we like watch the game, you would see that every time Nunez gets the chance, he and Salah have very good connection. He and Salah has very look at if you remember the goal he scored in the Community Shield. I think it's the penalty that he cost. It was a Salah cross. So I think Salah and him just need a couple of more games to get themselves. And if Darwin Nunez starts to score, defenders will start to mark him too, and Salah will be open. Do you understand? Now a lot of defenders are focused on Salah because Darwin Nunez is not giving them much problem. Do you understand? I would want him to work on that and at the same time work on his off the ball movement. And I hope
but
like
we're not complaining.
you are not complaining. I like that. Don't worry.
We're happy with Salah's form with the position fan.
I'm
I mean,
telling you.
it's
But,
fine.
but he
We
said
don't
he
mind.
didn't defend me. So I don't understand. You are upset because of fantasy, but happy because of real life.
Real life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy. He should be off form. Fantasy, he's not my team. I've sold him already. So I'm happy. He should be out of form. That's fine.
That's all right. Don't worry. We will soon play Arsenal. Yeah, the
I
last
can't.
thing
I can't wait for that game. I can't wait for Liverpool Arsenal.
Ah,
Bro,
brother,
I
calm
can't
down,
wait
bro.
for it.
you've always said it. You've always said you can't wait and you get beaten. I
Please,
think
me, I'm
don't
you are
scared.
waiting now. I
Not
think
this
you
time.
should
Not
start
this
waiting.
time. Not this time.
You
Not
always
this time.
You always say I can't wait. I can't wait. After you
I
are
can't
humble,
wait.
you are always humble.
Don't
If I were
worry,
you,
We
I
can't
would
wait. Bring it on. We can't wait. We campaign. Nothing.
Saliba is
I
deceiving
swear.
you. Anyways, having said that, the next point of discussion in the Premier League is Chelsea. Chelsea, new coach, he's had almost a month now with some of his fringe players. Let's use the word fringe players. What's your take on one, the sacking of Thomas Tuchel, and two, do you think Potter can at least do the barest minimum for Chelsea? That's one, win a trophy. Two, take them to top four. So I'll
Let me
start with
start.
IK.
Let me
Yeah,
start.
I'll start with IK.
I'll quickly tell you that Tuchel is a very good coach. Very good
Okay,
coach. Yeah,
okay.
but I think it's a good thing that he left. Why? Because they have a new manager that wants to instill his own ideas into the club, and I don't think Tuchel is part of it. If Tuchel keeps staying there, it's going to cause a lot of problems that will that will make Chelsea nosedive. It was,
Okay.
yeah. So I think
Okay,
it
I
was better
understand.
for
Oh,
Tuchel to leave so that he can bring in his own person, and he wants to have mouth. The guy has started making telling FA what they should do, all these all stars, whatever. You
oh,
understand what I'm saying?
okay. Oh, you what you meant was there's a new owner
There's a new owner
and
who will want to
okay.
bring in his own
I
ideas into the whole club. And I don't think Tuchel would have allowed, or maybe Tuchel is not part of the whole plan.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's better Tuchel goes and so that he can bring in his own person. That's one. Two is the game with Crystal Palace because Chelsea is playing Crystal Palace. Potter is a very good coach. Truth, he's a very good coach, but he's not a coach like Tuchel. I don't think he has gotten the level of coach Tuchel. He's a good coach like I see him like Ateta, kind of someone that will keep building slowly. I watched the way he built Brighton to what it is now. So he's going to do the same thing with. You don't. We cannot expect instant success with Potter. So having said that, I don't think they are going to win that Crystal Palace match. Actually, I'm looking at the draw.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking
Okay.
at the draw. Yeah.
Okay. And my
That's what I'm
last question. Okay. And my
Yeah.
last question, so that we'll just tie everything together. Do you think
Yeah.
Graham Potter can lead Chelsea to at least top four and the title? Or what will you
No,
consider success? Okay, then what will you consider as success for Tuchel?
I don't for Potter.
For Potter, apologies. Yeah.
I don't think my opinion is I don't think Chelsea is going to make a top four this season. Just
Okay.
because they have a change in management and change in coach.
Okay.
I don't
That's
think they're
all.
going to make the top four. Yeah.
All right. Stan.
What was the first question again? Tuchel.
Yeah.
I think Tuchel was sacked not because of his coaching abilities, but because of difference in opinion between him and the owners of the club. That's what I had. It wasn't because of his ability. Graham Potter is a good coach. I like him. Like IK said, he's not a coach that he wasn't brought in to win the league this season or for instant results. Of course, he has resources. Um, I think it's someone they want to build with in long term, play good football and win games. So I don't expect him to win the league. However, top four is too achievable for Chelsea. They have a good squad. They bought well. They spent the most, 260 million this season. They spent the most. They have a good squad. The squad is good enough to make top four. It's all going to be about if Potter is able to implement his ideas and plan, how soon he can do that. When Conte won the league with Chelsea the first time, it was his first season. They were appalling until they lost Arsenal 3-0. If you guys remember, he now switched to from a back four to a back five, and from there they won like the next 17 out of 18 matches and won the league. So the league is still young. It's still 7 matches into the league. Anything can still happen. Every club is an injury away from a major player from being poor in form. If Partey gets injured now, Arsenal can collapse. Same thing can happen to other teams. So I won't write up Chelsea for now. I think they still have a chance to make the top four, like every other
Stan,
team. But we'll see.
can I ask you? Spurs. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Spurs and Chelsea. Who do you think is going to finish above each other? What do you think?
Well,
Spurs and Chelsea.
it's is a there are a lot of factors involved. Number one is Spurs. They have Conte. They've had Conte for about a year now, so he's been there longer. Even at that, if you watch sports game at times, they don't play. They always know how to get results. They don't know how to. They at times don't play good football. Graham Potter. Before I should be able to answer that question very well. I need to see how he does over the next few games. See how he's able to play with the team. He's able to get him to implement his ideas. But right now, Spurs are favorites for now. But like I said, things can change. It's too early to say this person is off, this person will win. It's too early. But Spurs, as of now, are favourites to make the
Yeah.
top five of Chelsea. But anything can still happen.
Okay.
Well answered, actually. I feel the same way. And rightly to what Stan said, Ted Boley, the owner of Chelsea, seem to have sacked Tuchel because they don't have the same plans for the club, and of course the owners have the right to do what they want with their club. Hopefully Chelsea does not regret it anyways, because
Yeah.
if from what IK said, they have to be building and building. Nobody will be waiting around for your team to build for you to start achieving success. So he has to, while building, at least achieve some, even if it's a FA Cup, a Carling Cup, something here, something there, or even at least get to the Champions League final. But yeah, hopefully, we will keep enjoying Chelsea. Um,
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah. And the World Cup is in 6 weeks' time. I am so pumped. I am really, really excited about it. And they were the last sets of matches and friendlies before the World Cup. From here, I'm sure coaches have started to make their final cuts for the squad, barring up injuries. We've had countries in Africa play Brazil, Ghana, and Tunisia. They played Brazil and they were beaten mercilessly. And we had the Nations League. So I think I'll start with the African countries, and then we move on. IK,
Yeah.
um, what do you think? Do you think this year we'll have an African country that would get past the quarterfinal stages?
Yeah, I'm thinking if there's any African country that is going to make it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Another thing depends. It depends on who they play. It's very unpredictable because, for example, if I'm thinking of Senegal actually, but I'm thinking, what if Senegal now qualifies from their group and now faces Brazil, for
Yeah.
example?
Hmm.
Something like that. So it's a very difficult question to answer. But if you ask me to pick one African country that's going to do well, I'm picking Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it
great.
now depends on who they are going to meet in the second round.
Are you
So it's
angry? Are you angry at Ghana because of what they've done to us,
man, Ghana is dead. I watched
or
them
what about your
they are
party?
dead, man. For the fact they can't play everything now. Ghana is
Stan,
dead.
what's your take for? I have my own African country which I think will perform best, but I want to hear Stan's.
Yeah,
Um, I think for me, I think Senegal is still the favourites. If anybody is going to make it beyond to the quarterfinal of African countries,
Yeah.
I think Senegal. I'm not exactly sure of what group they are in. Like I said, they are going to face if they qualify. So, but I think amongst the countries going, I think Senegal. As for Ghana over Nigeria, but Nigeria we've been rubbish too. Ghana deserve to be there. We've been playing rubbish. We've been see our goalkeepers. So Ghana played better. Even if we've gone, we probably would have left in group stage. So it's even best
yeah,
there. Maybe not the best, but Nigeria.
Okay, but I think Morocco too has a good squad.
Mm.
Or they have good individual players that merge well with their other stars. And with
Morocco,
Ziyech,
Algeria,
no,
Algeria,
Algeria is
Morocco.
going, Morocco is going, Tunisia is
Yeah,
going. So, and with the coach sacked, I think Ziyech is back out of retirement. That would make it a little bit more interesting. Seeing them in the Nations Cup last, that was held in Cameroon, they looked like a very solid squad. And with Hakim the guy in PSG, the right back in
yeah, yeah.
PSG,
Hakim.
Hakim, yeah, I think they have a good they have a good player in the young man, and yeah, hopefully they perform very well. All right. For me, I think Brazil is the team to watch in the World Cup. Of course, I want Argentina to win because of Lionel Messi, but Brazil seem to be like the most informed team. And
Don't say that. Argentina hasn't won. They have not
Hasn't
lost a
lost.
game since 2019.
Yes, but I said the most informed team, not the best, like the team that has not lost. No, what I meant is from the friendlies, Brazil has just been beating people 4-0, 4-1. And if you look at the squad that Brazil has, look at the attacking talent that Brazil has. I feel bad that Bobby Firmino might not go to this World Cup.
Even Jesus may not go.
Jesus may not go to this World Cup. Martinelli might not go to this World Cup. So
Martinelli will not go.
that is how good that us.
Jesus will go. They don't have much strikers. It's just
Richarlison is now the 9. Is the
yeah.
confirmed.
They will have.
No, they also have the young. They have another guy. They have a guy in Brazil now.
Pedro.
Yeah, but Jesus will make it. Don't worry. I'm sure.
Hopefully it does. But don't forget, the problem is that their wingers too can play as strikers. So he will want to solidify on areas that he feels they don't have enough strength, and that is the DM, the midfield and the defense. He has Casemiro, he has Fred, and Paqueta, and I think that will be his midfield. But
they have everything.
Sorry,
they have everything. They have everything everywhere.
Everything. But he still needs backup. Just the same way you were saying, Partey. If Partey is injured, if Casemiro is injured, if Casemiro is injured, they don't have any world class. Do you understand? That means Fabio has to come into play, but he rarely gets.
Fabio is world class.
But
I don't know.
He gets game time. I'm even scared that I might not go to this World Cup.
Yeah, he will go.
Why would Fabio go?
You see, the thing is this: we don't watch enough of the Serie A in Brazil. These guys trusts the guys who play in Brazil. Because how will you be bringing a Pedro and not taking a Jesus?
Do you know why?
Why?
Do you know why? Jesus and Richarlison are similar kind of players. The same profile. Pedro is like a Giroud kind of striker. He's not like mobile. He's like a target man. He's tall and huge. So he wants to probably have a variety of strikers.
He wants to have like a classic 9.
So he wants to have a target man. Then, yeah, I think that's why. And I think that midfield is actually very good in the midfield. They have Casemiro, who is world class. They have Fabinho, who is world class. He prefers to play Casemiro and Fred because that's the starting lineup. And I think Neymar plays as an AM for them.
Yeah.
So they play Casemiro, Fred, and Neymar up front.
Neymar, Paqueta. And Paqueta now plays box to box.
Paqueta is even from the bench.
No, Paqueta is a starter.
He's a starter.
So that was it. So it depends. It depends. If he plays Neymar on the wing, Paqueta starts. But in some matches, he has played Neymar as the AM behind the striker.
So that he can play
Vinicius, Rafinha, and
play Aporo at left wing.
Yeah, so in that formation, Paqueta goes to the bench.
He looks like he looks like Maporo now. So that's why I call him Maporo. Anyways, so yes, and like Ike said, Argentina is looking to equal the record set by Italy, which is 37 games without a loss. Now they are currently on 35. If they can win all their matches or at least avoid a loss in the group stage, they would equal Italy's record, which for me I think is astonishing. A lot of people have said that the difference now is that the players are so good. Messi they don't have to depend on Messi. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think the players are not even as good as the ones they had in 2014. So I think it's more of the work rate. These guys are willing to defend together, attack together. What do you think?
For me, I think the World Cup is coming to South America, but I don't know. I'm looking at Brazil and Argentina.
Are you sure? Ecuador can do something.
I beg. What is Ecuador?
You are the one that said South America.
No.
All right.
So,
All
but
right.
at the Argentine team, it's I don't know, man. They are good. They are good actually, and for me, they are with Brazil. They are on par. They are the same. If you ask me, they
Yeah,
are, both of them are
They
the same.
both played in the
Uh,
final of Copa America together, and it was a
yeah,
very narrow win for Argentina.
exactly. They are on par. If you ask me.
Yeah. So, Stan, who do
Yeah.
you want to win the World Cup?
Um, right from time, France has always been my favorite team among the international teams. However, I don't think they're going to go far. They won't do so well. They've been very poor. So Brazil, they're the favorites. Argentina have a strong chance too. So I still like France,
France.
but
Okay.
I still like
Thank you for
France.
bringing up. Yeah, thank you for bringing up France. I was saving it for the last, uh, conversation, but we can talk about them now. I think for France, what's going on is much deeper than football. Um, the news coming out of France is the fact that Paul Pogba uses voodoo to play football.
Uh, very high.
He's used voodoo on Mbappe. He's used voodoo on Manchester United. He's used voodoo. So I think it's just avoid Pogba at any cost. If not, your
If
destiny will be
if
destroyed.
if the voodoo is strong enough to make Mbappe play well, it should be good enough to make him Boba play well. So why has
Yeah,
he been poor?
but there are some games that Pogba is unplayable. Maybe he
Some
does the voodoo
games,
very
just
well in
some
those
games.
matches.
So
And those
if the
matches,
voodoo is
maybe
that good,
he does
understand? You
everything
should take him
the
to.
witch doctor says he should do.
He,
Then the
his
one he
brother,
doesn't perform, he forgets. He
his brother is
forgets
trying to
what.
sabotage him. His brother is they're having family issues. That's his brother is just trying to sabotage him. I don't think all those things are true. All
No,
those things are
he
true,
didn't
my
deny
dear.
that he didn't deny that he uses voodoo. He explained that the voodoo was not to injure Mbappe, but to prevent him from getting.
Really?
Yeah. So it was
Wow.
this match PSG versus Man U. That was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first season, and that was when they were. I think Man U was behind. So for the away match, I think he went to do a voodoo. He went to a voodoo priest and got jazz so that he won't get injured in the game. But I think that's a lie. Most likely, he got the jazz that they will win, and
Yeah,
whatever the details were, only him and the native doctor would know. But and they've asked Mbappe about how he feels, and Mbappe says until Pogba tells him, he's not going to make any statements. So I think with all these things that are going on in France, and don't forget in the last Nations Cup or the next Europa, uh, um, last UEFA tournament, there was a fight between Mbappe's mom and Rabiot's mom. So what's going on in France is way beyond football. So unfortunately, I don't think they will be able to perform well because there is so much rancor in the team, from voodoo to parents fighting to racism. I mean, and to a lot of injuries. To be honest, I don't think they will be able to do well this. And another team that usually is perennially good, but on the very too sometimes is Spain. Um, they don't have an out and out striker. Do you think Morata can help the team to perform well in the World Cup, or because they don't have any strikers?
Spain is not going to. It's not on the same level with all them France, Brazil, and Argentina now.
Okay. What's your take on England, Ike?
Ah, see, I don't. I'm sorry, but Southgate is just messing the whole thing up. I just hope he doesn't mess up. England has a lot of good players, and they have the opportunity to get to the semi-finals at least.
Okay.
But Southgate is just messing the whole thing up. Really,
Okay.
his choice of players. I don't know what Maguire is doing in that team. I don't even know what Shaw is doing in that team.
Well, Shaw scored.
It doesn't matter whether he scored or not.
yeah.
All right. Stan, what do you think about England's team? And don't forget, Trent is not going to the World Cup.
I
Why?
think I think that's their richest position for England. They have a lot of
They
good
should.
right
They can,
backs.
if you can do exchange, they would give out a right
Yeah, they
winger
have a lot of good right backs. They
and
have Trent.
collect
They have Trippier.
goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
for England, Southgate needs to get his starting lineup and play as he calls up right. I think he's not picking the best players. Trent not going to the World Cup. Sad, but
But
I
why
mean
is
they have
Trent not going? Why is Trent not
Because
going, sir?
he said that his third choice. He said it politely that what's not this guy Trippier
Trippier and
performing at a
James.
better level, and Trippier is his third choice, obviously.
Yeah, so Trippier. If you have Trippier, for me, you should not go with Trippier and Trent. They are similar players. If you're going to go, it should be one of them. Then go to a more defensive player. So either Trippier or James and sorry, Trippier or Trent, then and James as a right backs. I was hoping going with Trippier and Trent.
But don't
They give you
forget
the same
he's still going with Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker because he can play as a right
All
center
right,
back.
centre back, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was going with him. So I think he just needs to get his lineup correct, start his best players, and I think Southgate is a bit too pragmatic. Understand? He will play through at the back, he still play defensive players in the midfield. He needs to play attacking players in the midfield, then play your best players. And
I think yeah, I agree with you. He's pragmatic, but the weight of the country is behind him. You think Nigerians are football crazy? These guys, everybody is a coach. Everybody knows what is good and what is bad. So he has to be, and that's why he has stayed there this long. With all the talent he has, he shouldn't. But that's the only way to appease, because amongst all the managers they've had, he's the second best. He has taken them to the final of the Euros, and he has also taken them to World Cup semi-final. So I think that is the reason why he has a lot of rope with the country. But I'm thinking after this tournament, he will probably get sacked if he doesn't perform well.
don't remember he did those things going with the players in form and playing them, which is not doing again now.
I actually think he only did those things because they were pragmatic.
Yeah, but
He's not players in form. England always has players in form. They are so talented. From
yeah,
Sterling to Harry Kane to Sancho, they're always the abundance of players. So it's not a matter. You always go with your players that are in form. But he has always, if you try to remember the Germany match in Euros, it was just because they sat back that they had their two goals. Do you understand? I
yeah,
think he should unleash the talent he has.
that's what
Let
I'm
them
saying.
confident
Play your
and play.
best, play your best players,
He
and
doesn't need to say, let's hold the ball, let's sit down at the back, let's wait for pressure. Because sometimes when you try to take pressure, some teams don't have joy. They are tight, they are as tight at the back as England is. So do you see England, making it as successful as they were in the last World Cup as we round up?
no, I don't.
So where do you see them ending up? Because their group is actually a cheap group, to be honest.
Yeah,
They have
they
Wales, they have
will.
US, and they have I think
They'll
Saudi.
go out at the quarterfinals.
Okay,
I
okay.
think they'll come up on the group stage, and if they meet a small team, they might win. But once they meet a big team, the team that plays okay football, they'll be knocked out.
Okay. While rounding up, we're almost on the hour. Um, a couple of things. One of them is Hummel. That's the kit manufacturers for um Delmac. Have made a black jersey. They call it jersey of mourning, and the reason is they are against the oppression in Qatar. Um, what's your take on the stance by both the country and
Hmm.
both the company and Delmark itself as a country? Are you especially Ike, who has stayed in a Middle Eastern country? Um, do you think this would move a needle?
I wish I can read that article to we fully understand the reason why they are making such
So
such
so
move. I
so
wish I
I think
can.
one it's because the undocumented workers who helped to build the stadiums, they were not paid the what do you call this? They're not paid the average wage you should pay. They are paid less. They are under very terrible conditions. Two, because the country Qatar does not allow same-sex marriages. They put you in jail. However, I think they have tried to bend a little bit some of their rules for the World Cup. You can drink beers in the stadium. You know, gays and the LGBT community, they're allowed to book their hotels together.
Let me let
So
me let me let me let me say something here. Other that I'll just make it. I'll just summarize it because this is a very long discussion. People need to understand that a country have their any country you're coming in, they have their laws, they have their culture, they have their rules. They
Mhm.
have just like if I'm coming to the UK, there's some things in the UK that I'm not allowed to do. Maybe probably that I can get away with in Nigeria. You
Okay,
understand? The Gulf country,
paying your taxes.
yeah, whatever it is. I'm just giving an example.
I know. I'm just yeah.
All these claims these guys are bringing on,
Mm,
I don't know why now. Maybe because it's a world stage, so they want people to hear them out.
okay.
But I need them. I need people to understand that these countries have their. This is people's culture that um, you're trying to bend. It is when the people themselves complain. I mean, the people that stay there is when they complain that people can hear them out. But most of these things are the culture of the people, and this is how they were born. This is how they've been living. You understand? This is
Mm,
how they've been living. However, that's why I say I want to know the
full
full,
details.
yeah, so that I can understand what they're trying to say. True, people work on very harsh conditions. Everyone knows that the Gulf countries is desert. You have temperatures about that gets close to 50 degrees centigrade and all those things. But you can't. I'm judging from where I am. It has been the norm right from time immemorial. You can't change the weather. You
Mm,
understand? And
mm.
when you're saying they don't pay them well, I don't really understand what you mean, but they don't pay them well because
Well, the
it,
understanding was that
it has,
they were not paid completely. They were not giving the minimum wage. They were giving less than minimum wage and things like that. And that's why some
I
of the
don't
stadiums have not been completed.
I can't say I can't say anything about that really because I'm not there. I don't know what's happening. But what I can tell you is the pay they receive most probably is higher than what they were receiving when they were back home.
Well, well,
You
um,
understand what I'm trying to say? It's
yeah,
comparable.
yeah. I just feel that it's a protest
I
that
don't,
yeah, I feel it's a protest that human is trying to make, and everybody has the freedom of expression, though. But we all have to
but
try.
there's some
Yeah,
places you
well,
go, you don't have the freedom of expression. Like it's not a democratic place. It's not a democratic
I
country.
agree with you, and that's why
Yeah, you
and
understand.
that's why what I'm trying to say is, as much as there's a freedom of expression, you should also follow the rule of law.
Yeah,
um
exactly.
and that's the most important thing. I hope this does not, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is I hope it does not affect the World Cup. I hope there are no protests.
No,
And
I don't think. No. These guys are
no,
so
you see
organized
people,
that
no, you
these
see
guys.
people, no, you see people try to make a difference in some very interesting ways. A young man set himself on fire in London when they were playing the Lever Cup. That was the final tennis match for Roger Federer. A man set himself on fire.
Yeah,
So that's what I mean. That we don't see people hurting footballers, hurting themselves, just to make a statement that we are against X, Y, Z. Am I making sense? And that's the angle I'm coming from. Hopefully, the hosts can do the right thing so that everything is in place and security is tight.
no, I think it's going to be a very successful play because Qatar is not. It's not. They are very organized people and they have the money, they have the manpower, they've invested a lot in it. So
Oh,
for me, I
brilliant,
think it's going to be very successful. If
brilliant,
you ask me.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. IK Stan, it's been a fun time with you. Enjoy talking about the World Cup, enjoy talking
Yeah.
about the matches. And we will be back on Monday to do a review of the weekend's matches.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can remember the prediction of Stan saying that Arsenal will win the Premier League. I will say that
I
at
didn't say
I
every
that.
beg you. I
every
beg
match
you.
I will keep saying it. I
I didn't
recorded
say
the time.
that.
I
Please.
recorded the time and I
I didn't
recorded
say
the
that.
date. I would
Please.
say it every time. Um, it's been fun. Thank you guys for hanging with us. And we'll see
Please
you.
set your FPL there tomorrow. Tomorrow is
Yeah,
deadline.
set your FPL. For people like me who small team, we've already started changing our team. And for others like IK veterans, enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, thank you,
Full
sir.
packed weekend with football. All right, cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
I thank everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.